Hi. People once believed they could use something called alchemy to turn lead into gold. Of course, we know that doesn't work. But along the way, we've forgotten that love and effort can be used to turn something ordinary into something extraordinary. For instance, how many people today know how to turn common apples into a great apple pie? You don't need a secret recipe. Any recipe will do, because it is what isn't in the recipe that makes the difference between an ordinary pie and one that will have people asking if you might be willing to make a half a dozen of those for the street festival. No recipe mentions that a pie has to be made carefully, giving you time to think about a lot of other things. Every recipe says to make the crust with cold water. It doesn't tell you to put ice cubes in a large glass and wait until the water is cold enough to frost the outside of the glass. Those 4 or 5 tablespoons of water the recipes say to put in the dough, don't dump them in all at once. Stir in a tablespoon or 2 of water at a time until the dough holds together perfectly. Unfortunately, you won't know what perfectly is until you've made a lot of pies, and some of those will be disasters. Dough for the crust can be fragile. Handle it lightly. Roll it out between 2 sheets of plastic wrap. Put some muscle behind the rolling pin until the dough is so thin you can hold it up and see daylight on the other side. Cinnamon goes in the filling, but even if the recipe doesn't say to do it, throw in a pinch of cloves and nutmeg. That will sharpen the flavor. Great apple pies take a lot of love and experience. The same thing's true for turning a house into a home. Dozens of shows and thousands of books all tell us how to remodel or redecorate or organize a house. We even have more than enough people selling us recipes for delicious food. But nobody talks about how to turn a house into a home that feeds the heart and soul. No shows or books tell you how much love goes in the filling. All of us want homes where people will be happy just to get inside the door, because they know they will be safe and well loved. It took more than 2,000 years for people to figure out that alchemy can't turn lead into gold. Today, the skill of turning apples into an amazing pie, or knowing how to create a home where people grow strong and true, that's as elusive as turning lead into gold.